Have you ever felt an itch on your shin, your back, or your scalp and simply brushed it off as dry skin or just part of getting older? What if that itch was more than just a nuisance? What if it was your body trying to warn you about cancer? That might sound alarming, but it is real. In adults over 60, persistent itching in certain areas can sometimes be an early sign of something much more serious happening inside the body. In today's video, we are going to uncover 5 specific areas where itching may be linked to underlying cancers in older adults. These are not random guesses or internet myths. They are patterns observed in real medical cases and backed by clinical research. Unfortunately, they are also often missed until it is too late. So please, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you will know how to tell the difference between a harmless itch and a silent red flag your body is begging you not to ignore. This might be the most important few minutes you spend on your health all year. Before we begin, I'd really appreciate it if you gave this video a like. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Let's get into it. Let us start with the first red flag. An unexplained, persistent itch on your lower legs, especially the front of your shins. Frank, age 65, thought his itching was nothing serious. It started as a mild annoyance. No rash, no redness, just a deep itch that never seemed to go away. He tried every lotion and moisturizer he could find, assuming it was dry skin, but nothing worked. Months later, during a routine checkup, he finally mentioned it to his doctor. Blood tests followed. The result? Early-stage lymphoma. Most people do not realize this. Certain cancers, especially blood cancers like lymphoma and leukemia, can cause your immune system to behave abnormally. One common symptom? Chronic inflammation under the skin, which presents as itching in very specific areas, like the lower legs. Here is what makes it tricky. There is no rash, no visible irritation, just that relentless itch that creams cannot touch. So, if you are dealing with an itch on your shins that will not go away, and it does not improve with moisturizers or skin treatments, do not ignore it. This may not be just dry skin. It could be your body's early warning sign of something more serious, happening quietly from the inside out. Ask your doctor for a blood test. It might rule out cancer or catch it early enough to change everything. Next, let us talk about the second warning sign that often goes unnoticed. A deep, persistent itch in the middle of your upper back, right between the shoulder blades. Nancy, 69 years old, experienced this exact symptom. It was not the kind of itch she could reach or relieve easily. No rash, no visible irritation, just a constant, frustrating itch that felt like it came from deep inside her body. Creams did nothing, and for a long time, she ignored it. What she did not know was this: the itch was being caused by a tumor in her pancreas. Here is how it works. When a tumor blocks the bile ducts, bile salts begin to build up in the bloodstream. These salts irritate the nerves under the skin, and in many people, that shows up as intense itching, especially in the upper back area between the shoulder blades. This type of itch often comes with other signs: dark-colored urine, pale or clay-colored stools, constant fatigue, unexplained weight loss. So if you, or someone you care about, has a deep, unrelenting itch in the upper back with no rash, and any of these other symptoms are present, do not wait. This could be an early warning sign of pancreatic cancer or serious liver and bile duct conditions. Talk to your doctor. A simple blood test or imaging scan could detect the issue early and give you more time, more options, and better outcomes. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, please comment the number 1 below. It lets me know you're here, paying attention, and ready to take your health seriously. The third warning sign might surprise you: an itchy scalp with no dandruff, no flakes, and no visible skin irritation. Walter, age 53, experienced this for weeks. He kept scratching his head, convinced it was dryness or maybe a new shampoo. But there were no flakes, no redness, no rash, just a strange, shifting itch, almost like pins and needles, coming from random spots on his scalp. He finally saw a dermatologist who referred him for further testing. The diagnosis? A form of blood cancer. Here is the explanation. Certain blood cancers, like leukemia or lymphoma, can disrupt the way your immune system and nervous system communicate. That disruption can cause your nerves to misfire, sending signals to the skin that feel like unexplained itching, even when nothing is visibly wrong. In many cases, this neurological itch moves from place to place, feels more like a tingle or sting, and does not respond to dandruff shampoos, oils, or moisturizers. This is what makes it easy to dismiss. But if your scalp has been itching for weeks with no visible cause, and typical treatments are not helping, it is time to look deeper. This may not be a skin issue at all. It could be your nervous system reacting to cancer cells in the blood or lymphatic system. Talk to your doctor. Ask for a blood test. It is a simple step that could detect something serious before more obvious symptoms appear. Now, let us look at the fourth warning sign, one that is often overlooked: persistent itching around the chest, especially near the nipples. Carol, age 69, noticed a constant itch near her left breast. There was no lump, no swelling, no redness, just a nagging irritation that would not go away. Over time, she began to feel that the skin in the area seemed slightly thicker, but still, she brushed it off until her doctor ordered a scan. The diagnosis? Early-stage breast cancer. Most people associate breast cancer with a lump, but what many do not know is this. In the early stages, breast cancer can show up as itching, thickened skin, or a subtle change in texture, especially around the nipple. That irritation? That roughness? It may be inflammation caused by cancer cells just beneath the surface. And this does not only apply to women. Men can get breast cancer too. If a man experiences itching, thickened skin, or swelling under the arm near the lymph nodes, it is a red flag that must not be ignored. So, here is the bottom line. If you or someone you love has an ongoing itch on the chest, near the nipple, or under the arm, and there is no rash, no allergic reaction, no clear reason, speak to a doctor. A mammogram, ultrasound, or biopsy might be needed to rule out something serious. Do not wait for a lump. The earlier you catch breast cancer, the more treatment options, and the better the outcome. Before we begin, I'd really appreciate it if you gave this video a like. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Let's get into it. Finally, let us talk about the fifth warning sign. Persistent itching in the genital or anal area. This one can feel uncomfortable to talk about, but ignoring it can be dangerous. Harold, age 66, had a constant itch around his anus. At first, he thought it was a hygiene issue, or maybe a mild rash. He tried over-the-counter creams and changed his soaps, but the irritation never went away. Eventually, he began to notice a mild burning sensation too. When he finally told his doctor, they ordered further tests. The diagnosis? Early-stage anal cancer. Here is what most people do not realize. Cancers of the vulva, penis, and anus often begin with itching, burning, or irritation. Not pain. Not visible sores. Just a sensation that something is wrong, without an obvious cause. This type of itching is ongoing and persistent, often worse at night, not relieved by better hygiene or standard creams, and not linked to infections, hemorrhoids, or common irritants. For older adults, especially those over 60, any unexplained itch in the genital or anal area that lasts more than a few weeks should be taken seriously. This is not just about discomfort. It could be your body's early warning sign of anal cancer, vulvar cancer, or penile cancer. And just like with other forms of cancer, the earlier it is detected, the more treatment options are available, and the higher the chance of recovery. So if you or someone you love is dealing with this kind of itch, do not be embarrassed. Do not wait. Talk to your doctor. Ask for an exam. Sometimes a simple look, a swab, or a biopsy is all it takes to rule out something serious or catch it in time. Your health is more important than your pride, and early action could save your life. Now, you have seen the 5 specific areas where itching may not just be skin deep. It could be your body's early warning sign of cancer. Remember, your body does not always scream when something is wrong. Sometimes it whispers. And one of those whispers is a persistent itch that refuses to go away. If you, or someone you love, has been experiencing itching in these exact areas with no rash and no clear cause, do not ignore it. Talk to your doctor. Ask questions. Request the tests. Catching it early could make all the difference. If this video helped you see something you might have overlooked, type the number 5 in the comments to let me know you are watching, learning, and protecting your health. And if you have not already, please subscribe to Advice for Older People. Your support helps us keep sharing honest, life-saving information without fear, shame, or sugarcoating. Share this video with someone you care about. It could help them catch something early before it becomes something worse. Take care of yourself. Listen to your body. And never ignore the quiet signs it sends. Your life may depend on it.